Wow, guys, we could be in serious trouble. Oh, I don't say this lightly. Let's get after it. You guys said you wanted it fast. I'm going to give it to you fast. On Friday, everybody, for the most part, in bearish territory. The only ones squeaking out green were the techs. They bounced back after a horrible week, guys. Financials down the most, 2%. Silver down 3%. Gold down 2.5%. VIX down, but we were much higher. We are now at 28. We need to stay below 30. I'm going to talk about this. Bitcoin at the time of this video is down to 47,000. We were at 57,000. Pulling back, a lot to talk about. Guys, warning, warning, warning. Here it is. Remember this video. This is critical. We're looking at the Spiders. This is the Spider ETF on the S&P 500. This is the daily chart. A big, fat, rising wedge. These are bearish with a bearish divergence on the MACD centered oscillator. If you look at this, we are right now at major support. To put this into perspective before we look at the others, the last time we were at this major support was right down here. You can see this right down there. It was February 2020. Or I'm sorry, that's March 2020. Then we smash it again, October 2020. We come down and touch it right there. Let me blow this up so we can see it. All right. We get down, well, we don't even touch it. We got close to it around January 21. And now this is February 26, 2021. We're right at it. We tried to go below it. We came back above it. This is the 50-day moving average. This red line coming up, acting as support. It acted as support last time. It dipped below it and then rallied higher. The question is, what will happen next week? This is huge. We have monster volume on Thursday and Friday on these sell days, guys. That's institutional money selling out. This is prime for a breakdown. Wait a second. Wait. I need to settle down for a second and see this. If you're an accredited investor, and you know if you're an accredited investor, all right, you make either $200,000 a year or you have a net worth of $1 million or more, and not including your primary residence. If that's you, if you want to hang out with me March 7th, going at next Sunday night, I'm going to be disclosing my algorithm and showing you what my algorithm is doing in my trading. I'll be showing you performance. It's just information. There's no ask. There's nothing I'm asking of you. It is information only. So if you want to do that, go to groktrade.com/algo. Hope to see you there. And if I look over here at the weekly chart, on the Spider, same thing, a big, gnarly, nasty looking rising wedge. And if I pull in the MACD, also a big bearish divergence. Guys, this is set up to drop. This could be the top going into the near future. This is it. If we break this trend line next week, if the daily breaks down, this weekly will also break down. To make things worse, let's go to the monthly chart. We only have one more day in the month, guys. One more day. If I go over here to the monthly chart on the Spiders, a very tight rising wedge. If Monday is a massive blood day, well, let me say, does it have to be? Let's see how bloody it have to be. If we close the month, so we'd have to go from 380 all the way down to 366. 366. It will have broken this trend line that has been active since April 2020. So that's 366. If it breaks that, 366 would put us right here. It would. So check this out. On the weekly, it's not that much of a bloodbath. On the weekly, that would be dropping. I mean, that's a pretty good bloodbath. It would have to get below the 20-week moving average. So if we had a huge red candlestick like we had here, if we took this candlestick that happened on February 24th and you put that on Monday, we will definitely have broke that line. And that means the daily, the weekly, and the monthly will have broken trend lines, and woe to the markets. To keep adding to this, if I go to the diamonds, and if I look here at the daily and weekly, check this out. The daily first, Thursday, Friday, we broke a trend line. We only have one more trend line that we can break before it gets slippery, dickory, dock to the south. Guys, this is bad news. Rising wedge, bad things happening. I don't have the line here, but it's a big time bearish divergence on the MACD. Huge volume on the sell-offs. This is not good for the bulls. Not good. If I go over here to the weekly chart, check this out. Big rising wedge. Look how the weekly went up, touched the trend line, came right back down, and this thing is ready to break down. If it breaks the trend line this next week, that will be problematic. It just needs to get to 3. The diamonds only have to lose 6 points to do that. That's it. Has to go down 6 points. If the diamonds drop 6 points next week, we'll have broken a big time weekly trend line. And if you look here at the monthly, we could easily come down and break 300. If we break down below 300, I would say if we get below like the 291 area, we're in a lot of trouble in the diamonds. Lot of trouble. And the NASDAQ monthly, let me show you. I mean, first, the daily. The NASDAQ, well, we're going to start on the week. Hold on. Let's go here to the daily. Daily. We broke support on Thursday. And then Friday, look at the big volume on this drop to the downside. NASDAQ, the tech stocks were in a lot of trouble this last week. And if you look over here at the weekly chart, it has already broken the trend line. So this is a rising wedge with a confirmed breakdown on the weekly chart on the NASDAQ, on the Qs. Guys, that is very, very bad. This is the 20-week moving average, this blue line, the 20-week. You can see it was support there. Will it act as support here? I don't know. This is not good at all. But check this out. If I go over here to the monthly here is ready to break down. All we have to do is get a close for the month. If we close lower for the month at all, if Monday is a down day and it's a sizable down day, the monthly trend line will have broken. You'll be like, is that really a trend line? Well, here, go to a line chart and we nail it. Support. Do you see how we're right at support? Draw your trend lines correctly. It's a science, not an art. A lot of people want to say trend lines are an art. It's not. They're not art. It's science. And I only show you the basic ones. In our training, we go through 3. There's 3 very critical trend lines you have to use for expert level trading. And this is so interesting. What we're seeing now is we are teetering on death. We've already broken major support levels. And it's happening on significant volume. The Congress just passed stimulus bill. It will be so interesting to see how February ends up on the 2nd. So interesting to see. Now, let me also show you, we've got to watch this. We have got to watch silver and gold. If we go down here, let's go to silver. Silver is a major support on the daily. See this? It has to hold. Furthermore, the weekly, we're right at support. We have to hold. The monthly, we have to hold. This is on silver, guys. Let me blow this up for you guys share this with your silver friends, your precious metal guys. This is problem city. This goes all the way back here to March 2020. We come up right here to November 2020. And in this area, the beginning of 2021, and look where we're at right now. On Friday, we go down, touch that trend line, we come up. If we break that lower trend line, it will be problem city. If you go over here to the weekly chart, the bigger time frame, this goes all the way back to March 2020 up. If we break this, and all it takes is a little bit of red going into next week to say that we broke the weekly trend line, and that will be no good for the markets. And before I do that, let's go to the monthly, because this is huge. If you look at the monthly had a triangle. It tried to break out for the month, but it came screaming back in. That's a big redhead. You don't like it. I don't like it. This is a trend line. If we break down below $24 on silver, whoa, this is for the month. So for Monday, that's the last day of the month. If we break down below $24, that is hugely bearish for silver. Okay, remember me saying this. Now, let's go to gold daily chart. Gold. Thursday and Friday, horribly bearish. Down. Major support coming up here. Let's see if it holds. If you look over here to the weekly, this is the big one. The weekly on gold is it closed right on the trend line perfectly. So again, trend lines are science, not art. If I go over here to the line chart, you can see support should continue to act as support. That's where we're at. Right there. Will it hold? Will it bounce? It needs to bounce to save itself, because if it drops next week, and this will be so by Friday we'll know if we're going to be below that trend line. That will be very, very bad. But let me show you what has to happen on the monthly chart, guys. This is so bearish on gold. Some of you guys were questioning my bearish sentiment last week on gold and silver. Guys, you can see why. Watch the technicals. They will tell us the story. But check this out. We go up. And for the month, we're down. However, we have one more day until the month is out. Monday needs to be a massive bullish day to get back above 174. 174 is where we need to be. And we're at 161. We're at one. It has to have a monster bullish day. I think the odds of that are really slim. It won't happen. So if that's the case, it broke this trend line. If you look at the line chart, support once, support twice, support 3 times, support 4 times, 5th time broken. Bad news. Nothing but downside opportunity now. Nothing but downside opportunity. So that is problem city. If you go here to the VIX, this is the monthly chart. We're just caught up here. But if I go over here to the weekly chart, this is the VIX. Volatility index simply means bearish, bear city. The higher it goes, the more bearish it is in the markets. This thing spiked up for the week, and if it breaks this upper trend line, that could get really bearish. Now here, I'm saying it. We have to stay a VIX below 30 to stay bullish in the markets. Let me say it again, and I'll say it very slowly, because if you miss it, you've hurt yourself. The VIX, the volatility index, the fear indicator, needs to remain below 30 next week to remain bullish in this market. If it doesn't, 30 could be 60 very quickly, and things can get slippery, dickory dock, and this clock will fall over. That could happen. Now, let me share with you the things that here's where we have some hope. For the bulls out there, it's like, please give me hope. Tell me that there's a chance. And here it is. If I go to financials, and I look at the daily, we have higher swing highs, higher swing lows. We're above most of the major moving averages. A little pullback Thursday and Friday. Happened on big volume. Don't like it. But a little 50% pullback to the rising 20-day would be nice. This is fairly healthy. No problems here. On the financial sector, ETF XLF. XLF. I like it. If you go over here to the weekly chart, Thursday or last week, we broke a major trend line to the upside. That's really bullish. Last week, that's 2 weeks ago. Last week, we shot up to $34, but we came right back. That is a shooting star reversal pattern, but we're above a trend line that should act as support. We could go sideways for a while. Long as the financials on the weekly chart stays above 3150, we need to really stay above, I would say 31, we need to stay above 3160. If we can stay above 3160 for the week, that will be really good, giving good foundation, buoyancy to the markets. And if you look over here at the monthly, here is what's critical, guys. I cannot stress this enough. And we have this monster trend line, okay? This goes all the way back 2007. Monthly chart, 2007, April. We come over here. We smash it again in January 2020. This month, we broke that to the upside. This is a big ascending triangle breakout to the upside. But the month's not over. If Monday is hugely bearish, especially on banks, if the banks gets down below $30.70, so as XLF gets below $30.70, that is no good. Hugely bearish. However, if it stays above that, then I expect the markets to stay buoyant. If we stay up here. If the VIX stays below 30, XLF stays above this 30, it needs to really stay above $31. If it stays above $31, guys, on Monday, but for the week we can stay below 30 on the VIX, we have dodged the bullet. Monday's really important to me because that's the last day of the month. How will these monthly charts end? Will we break those support levels or will we go stay above them? It is so important that we bounce off those support levels and rally higher. If we break them, that's your foundation breaking. That's you being on a floor with a basement below you and filling that floor crack below you. Okay, that's you walking on the ice in the middle of a lake and cracking everywhere. If your foot goes through, know that the rest of your body could easily go through. Bulls are in significant danger if these things do not come to pass. Okay, US dollar. If I look at the US dollar, look at this. The daily chart broke a trend line on Friday. That is putting significant hurt on metals. As you can see, Thursday and Friday, metals were hurt. Precious metals were hurt. Why? US dollar is going higher. Stocks got hurt. Why? Because US dollar is getting higher. The weekly broke a trend line also. The daily broke a trend line. The weekly broke a trend line. This is a big time bottoming pattern happening on the US dollar. I do not see the US dollar going lower. I see it popping up, maybe coming back down and popping back up, giving us a W or what's called a double bottom. I could see that. But now I would not bet in a million years anytime soon that we're going to be back down here at these levels anytime soon. Okay, this is a bottoming formation that just took place. That's the US dollar. And if you look on the monthly, we're ready to break out too. So the daily broke out, the weekly broke out. This could be a bottoming taking place on the monthly on the US dollar. We already looked at silver, gold, VIX, but quick look at Bitcoin. Nice bull pullback on the daily chart. This is a buy opportunity to the upside. It's a nice bull pullback on here. I would much rather this get down to about $30,000. I'm looking to buy more of this if I can get down lower, maybe this support level around 35. I want it to, even though I own it, I want it to get beat down so I can buy more of this. Here's the weekly on Bitcoin, looking for major support. And the monthly is just up, and away. Okay, there it is. And I want to share. if you are a qualified or an accredited investor, and I'm geeking out over this, my trading algorithm, I developed a trading algorithm, a computer program, highly sophisticated, that trades my money for me. I cannot believe how well this is working. I want to share it with accredited investors, meaning that this is not even education, it's just information. I'm informing accredited investors. That just simply means you make either $200,000 a year or more, or you have a net worth of $1 million or more, not including your main residence. Okay, so those individuals, you can go to this website, groktrade.com/algo. And I'm going to be putting on a meeting. It's just a meetup for accredited investors and myself. I'm going to be showing you my algorithm and its performance, and we're going to geek out on some numbers. I'm going to really get into the nitty-gritty on the performance and how it all works, and it's fascinating. If you want to be privy to this information, you'll be part of this event, okay? So groktrade.com/algo, fill out the form, accredited investors. And if you fill out the form but can't make it on March 7th, which is Sunday, if you can't make it, no problemo. I'll make sure you get a recording of it so you stay informed on that. And anybody that does participate in this, I'll make sure you stay on an email where anytime I'll give you updates on the algo going into the future. So that's what I wanted to share with you all. So that's it. Okay. So let me say this, that don't get too hung up on my warnings, because the markets may not break down. For the last 10 years, every time we were teetering on death, guess what happens? The markets rally in the last hour. I keep seeing that over and over and over again. That could happen yet again. But what I do is say, I'm warning you that this is a real possibility. What has me concerned is the massive sell volume taking place on these down days. That means institutions are liquidating. That's not a good sign. The benefit that we have is we have all the Fed stimulus coming out through 2021. There's a lot of it that should keep the markets buoyant. Maybe not bullish, but it shouldn't crash down. However, if the market as a whole believes that that's already been baked into the recent runs, then anything can happen in the markets. All we have to do is watch the technicals. If the technicals break down, that's reality. The markets are falling. You don't want to give back hard-earned monies going into the future. Long as the financials stay bullish, the VIX stays bearish, we are good. We need the banks to remain high, especially on Monday. Very important that that happens. Very important that that happens. So, okay. Hope that's a benefit to you guys. If you're not followers yet, feel free to follow. And all those who told me where you're from, man, it's amazing how many people from out of country, from other countries are watching and listening. And how many of you guys that listen to me for years and years, 10 years, 14 years, are you kidding me? 7 years, 6 years. You guys amaze me. Man, I love it. I love you guys. And I really hope to have the opportunity to meet as many of you as humanly possible. For you guys that don't know, we train. Why haven't you looked into mentoring yet? Why haven't you stepped in and talked to us about training yet? Ask yourself that. Do you not want to fix your problems? Do you not want to start making money in the markets? What is it that stops you? What is it that stops you to say, I want to be a disciplined trader? Somebody that has been armed with sophisticated and specialized knowledge to do trading the right way. Why haven't you even taken the step to do that? That's interesting. I don't know. Why haven't you looked into that? Why haven't you gone to and looked up our trading mentorship and filled out the form to talk to us? Interesting. I don't know. You guys answer me. I don't know why you haven't. Just a thought. So there you have it. Hope that was helpful. Take care all. We'll see you later. Bye. Whoa. Let me interrupt just a quick second. There is a problem with this video. There's a problem actually with all trading videos. And actually, there's a problem with all trading videos and books. The need you have is not more information. Here's the secret. Are you ready? I have to stand up for this one. It's not about more information, more data. It's about the assimilation of that information. The fastest and most effective way for us to help you as a trader is to mentor you. And mentoring is the very thing that got me to where I am today. Click the link below. Get started and do so today.